Hello beautiful people, it's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking this video from 𝑗𝑜𝑖𝑛 and it's titled What Prince Harry Taught Me About Marriage. Okay, interesting. So we're going to be learning what Prince Harry has taught us about marriage. Let's go on.
In a word, I would describe the coronation as majestic. It really was. I understood very little of it in terms of why they were adorned in certain robes, what everybody was wearing. But it felt unattainable in a way that was inspiring. It was something to look up to. Obviously, I have said Kate Middleton looked absolutely gorgeous. It was so formal, right? And that is one aspect of English culture that I really love, that it's still very formal. And what was interesting for me was to see Prince Harry walking in. And obviously, this was a moment where the media, all of the cameras were on him because, well, obviously, he almost represents Americanism, right? This is a person that quite literally sold his family for money, put his family up and said, if you give me tens of millions of dollars, I will tell you everything that you want to know about my family, which is so horrific and is so backwards. And when he walked in, I felt a tremendous amount of sadness for him. So let's just watch him walking in and you will see that he looks like a fish out of water. Take a look.
And they'll be taking their places quite near the front of the Abbey itself, down near the coronation.
So you sort of see this forced smile. He knows that he should smile because the cameras are monitoring his every move, and he doesn't have his wife with him. He doesn't have his children with him, which is already very sad because this will never happen again. To not have his children there to witness their grandfather's coronation is tremendously sad. They should have been there. Of course, his excuse is that it's Archie's third or fourth birthday, the birthday that Archie's never going to remember. And of course, they could have still celebrated his birthday and he could have brought his entire family over here. The real reason is that his wife feels uncomfortable because she's caused this fracture in the family. And that's kind of where I would like to comment. What I felt towards Harry, this tremendous sadness, is because one wrong decision impacted the rest of his life. I am a big believer that...
Absolutely true. Because this is somebody that knows his family. How come all of a sudden somebody came into his life and all of a sudden he realized how racist his family is? People that you've grown up with, you know who they are, you know them. Somebody is telling you about your family. Yeah, we understand that we can be so blindsided with our family when it comes to families and stuff, and we may not see some things or some details or information about them, but you know your family better. You are somebody who is supposed to know your family better. Who? So this right here don't make sense. Of course, it's going to be awkward when he make present because nobody can trust you. Honestly. But let me know what you think. Let's go on.
I am a big believer that who you marry is perhaps the most important decision that you can possibly make in your life. And yes, I caution men, when you marry a woman, that person should strengthen the relationships in your family, not fracture them. It is a huge red flag if you start even dating someone. If you start dating someone and suddenly all of your friendships fall apart. Okay, maybe it was time for you to grow up. You might be able to argue, well, my friends are still partying and I don't want to party anymore. Okay. But when your familial relationships begin to fall apart, that is when you should really be asking yourselves a lot of questions. It doesn't make any sense. It would be one thing if you said, oh, it was just his relationship with his dad. No, it's every single person in his family. His relationship with his grandmother became strained right before her death. In many ways, he was stressing his grandmother out before his death because he was selling her life to the American press for profit because he didn't know how to make money. And his wife convinced him that he could nobly make money, that it was somehow noble to throw his family under the bus because, well, racism, it's one of the faiths in America, one of the pagan faiths in America. We celebrate this. We talk about BLM. We protest in the streets for this. So it's going to be great. And he did this. His relationship with his father fell apart. His relationship with his brother fell apart. His relationship with Kate Middleton, which was his sister-in-law, who he wrote and talked about in his own book that he had this wonderful relationship with fell apart necessarily because he even threw his niece in the book. He threw his niece under the bus, 3 years old, for throwing a tantrum over a dress in the wedding. Absolutely no decorum and no respect for his own family. And here's what I will say. All families have issues. There's no way that you are listening to this episode and thinking, actually, no, everyone in my family gets along great. We all love each other. But it is not normal to take those issues and to publicize them, least of all for cash. If he actually did this because he felt that there were things that were so horrific in the family that needed to be exposed, he would have done it for free. He would have simply spoken about those things in the public and not have been structuring deals for hundreds of millions of dollars with Netflix and tens of millions of dollars with Spotify to talk about his family. And so I feel sad for him because he simply married a woman that has taken everything from him. And I had wondered in watching him whether or not he was looking and missing his family, missing his country. No man should be made to feel like a foreigner in his own land. And that is exactly the emotions that I got from Harry immediately following the coronation. He got right back on a jet to Los Angeles, did not stay around to celebrate this tremendous moment. And his children will never have that memory. They'll be able to watch it on TV, but they were not in the room. And yeah, I feel sad for him because family is of the utmost importance.
And this is it. You think people don't know what they are doing or what they see? People watch, people see. And the fact that he can do this to his family, nobody else can trust him. The fact that somebody came to his life. Yeah, Candice is right. No family, there is no family that don't have issues or whatever that they deal with. The essence of you resolving those issues is because you are family, you are related. But the fact that you don't care, you want to sell your family for cash. And we see this, like, Harry just one out of many. And we see this, people commonize this, which don't make sense. But let's even talk about this. If somebody came into his life, he fell out with his family, entire family, not just one, entire family. His friends, no good relationship with anybody. What does it say about the person? Because obviously, that is a narcissistic, selfish behavior. Honestly, let's just be honest. Because I know for a fact that people would notice this and be like, okay, when they meet somebody new and the person is drifting them away from their entire family, their friends, loved ones, and everybody, so trying to isolate them. What do you think of that behavior? Or what do you think of it? So how does this even make sense? Honestly, let's just be honest with ourselves. How does it even make sense? But I mean, look at his kids. What is done to his kids, or what they've done to their kids, robbing them of the moment or beautiful time of their life for them to enjoy time, spending time with their family. They don't get to know their family. They don't get to meet their cousins. They only hear them or see them in the media, or maybe hear stuff and that. No relationship with them. How do you do that to people? To do that to people you claim you love? But again, this is an eye-opener for lots of people. And honestly, I always say that regardless of how it is, your family is your family. Your family is not something you chose, or it's not something you decide that, okay, you want to be born into this particular family. No, for real, every family have their ups and downs. And that is common. But not to sell your family for cash or for cheap. And remember, trust is very important. Once broken, it can't be mended. But this is interesting though. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that. You can share other useful information I think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.